Good afternoon and welcome. What an exciting day. Graduates, will you please rise? Graduates, that's all of you sitting at the tables. Put the forks down and please rise for us. We are so humbled and so proud to be here with you today. Today is all about you. It is about celebrating your bravery and the strides you have made so that your children can have everything you have ever dreamed of for them. Thank you for being the reason that we all came together here today. You may be seated. I feel like I'm in church. Please be seated. I'd also like to welcome everyone who supports RaiseUp Families, the volunteers who made today possible, our board of directors, and our staff. Your presence shows how truly committed you are to ensuring that no child experiences homelessness and that every family has the opportunity for a brighter future. Thank you. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce the president of our board of directors, my dear friend, Mindy Bradley.
Thank you, Angie. RaiseUp Families is so lucky and blessed to have Angie as our executive director. I'd first like to acknowledge our graduating families. Take a moment to look around you. Every single person here is in your corner, cheering you on. We cannot begin to imagine what it took for you to get here today, and it is truly our honor to have played a small part in your success. Your dedication, perseverance, and determination to ensure that your family never experienced homelessness and that your kids remained in school is truly inspiring. I have served as president of the board for RaiseUp Families the last 2 years, and I'm completing my second term as a board member in June after 6 years of service. As I reflect on the past 6 years and the evolution of our organization, I could not be prouder of our growth for our clients, our program, and our people. By the end of the fiscal year, we will have served more clients in the last 12 months than we did in 21 and 22 combined. Not only that, as you'll hear today and read in our program, these graduates are also achieving levels of success which we never dreamed possible. Thanks to our dedicated staff and to each and every person, church community, foundation, and business who has invested in our mission to stabilize families in our community. Thank you to Kristen Fuquay, our event chair, who has worked tirelessly to expand our reach and create awareness for the critical work that we do. Kristen, will you please rise so that we can thank you? I also want to extend a sincere thank you to our Macquarie Group Sponsorship Committee, chaired by my fellow board members Nicole Spohr and Dan Pierce. Your promotion and support of this event will ensure that this is our most successful luncheon in history and will enable us to keep offering a hand up instead of a hand out to families in need in the year ahead. As a reminder, every dollar given in support of this luncheon is eligible for matching by the Macquarie Group Foundation up to $250,000. What an incredible gift. Will the members of this committee please rise? Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. I would also like to extend a thank you to our sponsors. Today would not be possible without each and every one of you. This event has been 100% underwritten, which means that every dollar you choose to share will go directly back into our life-changing programs and the community. Now that is something to celebrate. Next, I would ask that my fellow board members please rise. Thank you for your partnership and leadership over the last year. This has been a year of unprecedented growth for the RaiseUp Families organization, thanks to your support and counsel. I could not be more excited about our new strategic plan, and I look forward to seeing what you all accomplish in the years ahead. Thank you. I would also like to thank RaiseUp Family staff for the dedication to our clients and our mission. You are compassionate and caring, yet tough. You are the reason our graduates are experiencing success like never before. I don't know what kind of magic you are all using, but please keep doing it. Let's give these folks a round of applause. Finally, a special thank you to the Rustic and your staff for helping us put on this event today, and to the Story Hive for making today so memorable. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce Gorick Ng, our keynote speaker. Gorick Ng is the Wall Street Journal bestselling author of the Unspoken Rules, Secrets to Starting Your Career Off Right, a book published by Harvard Business Review Press and named by Thinkers 50 as one of the top management books of 2022. In the summer of 2021, our executive director, Angie, had a vision to help clients improve their employment and increase their income by teaching them how to navigate the professional workplace. Around that same time, Jenna Moon, the executive director of Atlas Scholars, gave Angie a copy of Gorick's book, The Unspoken Rules, and Jenna and Angie launched the first ever RaiseUp Families book club. The transformation our clients are experiencing is a direct result of Gorick's book. Gorick's book is a guide to help early career professionals, especially those from underrepresented backgrounds, navigate the school-to-work transition and ascend to positions of leadership. The book is based on 500+ interviews with professionals across geographies, industries, and job types. The Unspoken Rules is now used for employee and manager training and diversity and inclusion at companies such as Aon, GE, IBM, Kirkland & Ellis, Charles River Associates, A Biomed, Invesco, and others. I truly could not be more thankful that Gorick agreed to speak at our luncheon today and cannot wait to hear what he has to say. Please help me welcome Gorick Ng.
Thank you so much, Mindy, for that generous introduction. Thank you, Angie, for making this all happen, and to the entire planning committee and board of directors. And thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to spend this time with us here today. Graduates of RaiseUp Families, congratulations. I have a message for you, and it's a message that comes from the heart. It's a message that actually, I'll give you the spoiler, you all know now, thanks to the 9-month program that RaiseUp Families has offered to you all. These are words that I wish someone had told me sooner when I was first starting my career. And I want to begin with, well, a more nuanced and a deeper introduction behind who I am and what brings me here today. Mindy was so generous in sharing with you the serious biography, and if you were to go onto LinkedIn, and I'd encourage you all to connect with me, you will see that I graduated from Harvard. I started my career off on Wall Street, became a management consultant, returned to get my MBA at Harvard Business School, became a career advisor at the University of Massachusetts, Boston, wrote a book with Harvard Business Review Press, and then now teach the Unspoken Rules at the University of California, Berkeley. Now, we all know that social media is not real life. It's a highly curated version of our lives. What you don't see, however, is this. I'm the proud son of a working-class single mother who left school when she was 12 years old. She was the youngest of several children, and as the only girl in the family, forewent her goals of becoming a nurse, and so supported her brothers through high school. And when I was 14 years old, my mom was laid off from her sewing machine factory job. And I, as the person who knew how to get onto the internet, who knew how to speak English, became that person to step up. So recesses started to look a little different. I spent recesses learning to write resumes and cover letters, afternoons at the public library looking for jobs, and then evenings coaching my mom. Spent a lot of time here. I mention all of this not because I was successful, but because I was unsuccessful. I hit submit on hundreds of job applications and ended up getting 0 callbacks. As our savings dwindled, my mom and I followed each other around to strangers' homes, where we cleaned kitchens and bathrooms to make ends meet. It was at this point that I started wondering, what am I missing? How could I, as someone who did well in school, who worked hard, who knew how to follow instructions in those job portals, somehow not be able to help my mom get back on her feet? The lesson that all of you RaiseUp Family graduates have learned over the last 5 months, I've learned over decades. And the first glimmer of hope started when I was at a community service event, when I met someone who had shown up wearing a certain scarf. Now, I didn't even know how to pronounce these 4 letters, let alone know that I could apply to this university called Yale, and that I could get into a university like Yale. But over the course of overhearing this friend of mine named Sandy speak to others about how she had navigated the job application, about how you need to read the rules, yes, but you need to know the unspoken rules of asking for reference letters, of writing a good personal statement. Well, a light bulb went off. Actually, it's an understatement. An entire nuclear bomb went off in my head. It blew my mind just how little is taught in school around how to navigate these systems and to navigate your way to career success. These strategies worked. I became the first in my family to pursue a higher education. Here I am at my first day at Harvard. Here's my mom and me on my first day. My dorm room didn't stay this clean for very long. And at that point, I thought, hey, I'd gotten into Harvard. I had made it. Little did I know that so many of these unspoken rules had only just begun. Where I can still remember like it was yesterday, I was walking home from the library one night. I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, going home after studying in the library, when all of a sudden I saw a number of my peers walking in the opposite direction. They were decked out in suits and ties. The next day, I had learned that they were actually invited to an invite-only recruiting event put on by an employer who had come on a campus. Now, I had recognized this employer, but whereas I had gone to that job fair and was fixated on the free swag that was on the table, my peers were focused on something very different. They were introducing themselves. They were selling themselves. And whereas I had walked away with stickers and notebooks, they had walked away with internships and full-time jobs. We've all heard that cliche of it being difficult to navigate the world, but it being very important to not just work hard, but to work smart. Now, I had heard that cliche before. Many people had told me that cliche as well. But what did it mean to work smart? A light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, how is it that my peers would have time to get these jobs and have time to take a picture of me while I was falling asleep at my desk? Well, they could call their parents and family members, doctors, lawyers, executives, CEOs. And it turns out that they had a certain informal education growing up. They had peers and mentors and parents whispering in their ear, letting them know of how to navigate these spaces. These tips weren't in any school curriculum. They were passed down from mentor to mentee and from parent to child, making for an unlevel playing field between the insiders who get in and get ahead and the outsiders who have to navigate all of this through trial and error. A light bulb went off in my head. And I decided to ask one of my friends, hey, what's your secret? How did you navigate this job search unscathed? And he said, oh, I just asked for an introduction to the hiring manager. What? Is that legal? Now, I'm hearing chuckles. At the time, I really did wonder what was going on. Turns out that that's just how the world works. I had no idea what I was doing. And my peers really did reinforce to me how little was passed down over these dinner time conversations. I looked left, I looked right. I emulated some of the strategies of my peers, and I ended up getting my first corporate job. But it was then that I realized that so many of these unspoken rules had only just begun, where I remember even on my first day, one of the senior partners at the firm had walked up to one of my colleagues and invited her out to lunch. At which point I thought, how amazing. The higher-ups are so invested in our careers that they're willing to take time to have lunch with us. Well, turns out I'm seeing some smiles and grins. It wasn't an open invitation. It was just for my colleague because she had gotten introductions from a family member, and one conversation led to another, where I hadn't even started my job and already I was feeling behind. Turns out that those lessons from the sewing machine factory weren't necessarily translatable to this white-collar work environment. It was as if I was standing in the elevator, waiting for it to move, not realizing I had to first press a button. What was I missing? Well, it was this one question that led to me interviewing over 500 professionals across geographies, industries, and job types, and that is now part of the curriculum here at RaiseUp Families. 5 years later, it became this book, The Unspoken Rules. And what did I learn? Well, when I take a step back from all of my conversations and all of those trial and error experiences, I learned, and again, graduates, you know this better than anybody. There were 4 phrases that changed my life. Number 1 was hi. If I had not said hi to Sandy, I would have not known Sandy. The second was, I love your help. If I had not asked for help, I wouldn't have gotten help. The next is when I was offered help, had I not said yes, I wouldn't have received help. And had I not asked, how can I help, I wouldn't have built this entire career as an author and speaker now. And when I think about what you have all learned through RaiseUp Families, you have mastered the art of these 4 phrases, where if you had not said hi to someone, you would have not been introduced to this program. If you had not asked for help, you would have not been helped. If you had not said yes, you would have not embarked on this 9-month journey. And if you had not asked, how can I help, you would have not built this community and built the successful careers and lives that you are now about to begin. I wrote my own book, yes, but my favorite quote doesn't actually come from me. It's plagiarized, but I still think it's worthwhile sharing with you all today. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. I wish I had learned these lessons. I wish I had had a program like RaiseUp Families back when I was in your shoes. In fact, it was a program very much like RaiseUp Families that uplifted both me and my mom. And for all of you who are planting trees, starting with a seed here at today's event and with this organization here today, we won't see those outcomes for another 9 months necessarily, but over the course of your investment in time and effort and dollars as well, you will see an entire tree, an entire forest of opportunities that you will have sown one seed at a time. So the graduates, you will all do amazing. I am so inspired by you. Congratulations, we're all cheering you on. Make us proud. You already have. Thank you.
It makes me feel excellent to see how far I've come, even though I still have a few hurdles I feel I have, but it feels good to be stable. It feels good to not have to worry as much, to be in a better headspace for the daughter I created, so I could lead her more.
They are a gift from God. I honestly, like I said, didn't know that there was any kind of organization like this where you don't have to pay back anything. So it just feels great. I say thank you for support. Thank you for believing in me and maybe all the others to know that, you know, we can come through out of this program. So thank you.
They listen, like they're like family. They call and ask, how you been? How's your day? Like, you know, they give a relationship, and that's what I like about with any program, any school, anything. I build relationships with everybody. I want to, you know you for you, and that's how they are. They want to know you for you.
They have not only changed my family, they changed the generation of my family, because we have a different point of view now. My kids are changing, I'm changing, and I know their family is gonna be changing. So it's a lifetime change that they did. And I'm really grateful for that.
I thank everybody for the time and dedication that you give to help me become a better person, a better mother, to build back my confidence, and just know that I got it under control. Thanks to each and every last one of y'all. I appreciate y'all much. Mwah.
They definitely give you the tools and the fundamentals to be accountable, first to yourself. Because once I know what I'm doing, then I can know my actions and how it's affecting my family, how it's affecting my household. So that accountability, I think, is really, really good. It's definitely been a life-changing journey. And I must say, something that I'm proud of, because had I not reached out, had I not opened up my mouth, no telling where we would have been.
Thank you so much for everything at RaiseUp. Thank you for your help and your support. God bless.
Thank you very much, RaiseUp, for believing in us and for the help.
Thank you for the presents and Christmas and helping up, and we can grow the brain.
Thank you for all. Thank you for trusting ours. Thank you for being a family and trust in ours. Thank you so much.
All right, and with that, it is time to introduce our 2023 HandUp graduates. Now, for those of you who have been here in the past, you will notice we have a very full stage today. So graduates, as I read your name, please come forward. Talisa is going to give you a certificate of accomplishment and a small token of our gratitude for all of your hard work to send you on your journey. Antonia D. Woohoo! And I forgot. In the interest of time, please hold your applause until the end. Antonia learned to be money smart when it comes to spending. Norma L. Norma became financially educated and completed a business class and enrolled in ESL classes. Joy L. Joy mastered the art of budgeting, reading statements, and saving. Joy also participated in every single enrichment program that RaiseUp Families has to offer. Carmen and Jose V. learned how perseverance and organization can help them achieve anything. Jamila R., who has embraced budgeting as a new way of life. Maria P., who has not only increased her income, but is participating in a training program to become a director in her field. Anna C., who appreciated the emotional support she received from RaiseUp Families more than anything else. Tia H. Tia finished school while in our program. Congrats, Tia. Woohoo! Jasmine O. As her mental health stabilized in our program, so did her financial and physical health, allowing her to repair relationships. Brenda and Fabian. With the support of her case manager, Brenda advocated for herself to receive a promotion and a salary increase, and Fabian got his work permit and secured full-time employment. DeAndrea, who now saves with intention. Latanya reconnected with her inner personal self and reduced the chaos in her life. She increased her income and moved to a safe, affordable home with her children. Claudia F. Claudia has been able to put money aside in her savings account without needing to touch it. I mean, I think that's an accomplishment in and of itself. Maria V. Maria participated in a leadership program and is now leading a brand new program in the school at which she works. Lynetta L. Lynetta learned soft skills and got a new job in the corporate world with paid benefits and an increased income. Are you all seeing a pattern here yet? Jasmine H. Jasmine is enrolled in college and feels there is nothing that can stop her now. Leilani W. Leilani has paid off some debt and is working toward becoming a teacher. Chandrika Y. Chandrika is finally understanding how to manage her personal finances. Tishay C. Tishay has newfound self-confidence, goal setting, and goal achievement skills. Tishay is also very active in our book clubs. Amanda B. got a new job and increased her income. Demita R. Now, there are no shortage of accomplishments for Demita, but we are going to let her share those accomplishments with you in a few moments. Mary J. Mary got a promotion and is finally working in the industry she studied in college. Candor H. Candor finished school and rediscovered her self-confidence. Sadat and Vanessa finally started saving. Shawanda got a better job, increased her income, and also started saving. Mykesha R. Mykesha mastered the art of budgeting, so even when her hours fluctuate at work, her plan keeps her financially on track. Jaquanda J. developed more patience as a mom, got a better paying job with benefits, and learned new financial literacy skills. You did that in 9 months? Girl. Cassandra C. Cassandra took on a new role in her company that also came with a pay raise. Now this I don't know how is possible. LaShanta. LaShanta got a new job, moved to a nicer apartment, is losing weight, and overall managing life better. Trinicia. Trinicia learned how to budget, save, and say no when it comes to spending. And last but not least, Amiga C. Amiga has focused all her attention on developing good budgeting skills. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give your 2023 HandUp graduates a great big round of applause. Please hold for this photo opportunity. Thank you.
Last summer, I went through a bit of a rough patch, and I was needing help with rent and other bills that were kind of piling up. And my mom's neighbor had heard about RaiseUp.
Demita's story is very similar to our other clients. As a single mom, working hard every day, managing a kiddo with autism, learning how to discipline, learning how to create structure in her home.
When I met with JT and Talisa, they walked me through what the process would look like and what the journey truly is. It's not a one-stop shop to help for a little bit. It's kind of like a longevity program, and I was really excited about that part of it, understanding how to get out of the situation that I was in and to not get back there.
She was ready to change for her and her son. She was ready to advance in her career, just really ready to take any opportunity that was available for her to take.
In 2021, our Executive Director, Angela Burgess, decided to pilot a book club, and the book that she was really passionate about that she had just finished reading was the Unspoken Rules. She wanted to teach our clients these business management skills, these entrepreneur skills.
I was able to get into my communication style at work and really dive into those different types of communication. It's really helpful to have the group come together and discuss further into what the books are telling us. We're now reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's been helpful to identify the bad habits that are pushing us away from the goals that we want to reach.
Demita has been saving a lot of money since joining our program. Demita has also taken the reins back onto her life and being able to be supportive to Dash. She changed her job and increased her salary.
I speak with him every month, talk about my goals, what I've achieved, the budget, how I can do better. Even when I have bad habits that creep up like Uber Eats and DoorDash, he kind of says, remember this goal? It kind of helps me have that accountability partner in the process of the program.
Our program has 3 phases. Attend the peer groups, attend to the Building Confident Family courses, meet with their case manager, and then learn how to start saving. It's important to celebrate that because that is a milestone in their life.
I think a lot of times we get in our heads and we think we know our situation financially and we think we have the plan, but when it comes to the actual execution and the reality of it, it's always a 180 situation. So now I feel like it's more aligned with where I'm going and what I want.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very, very warm welcome to our brave graduate speaker, Demita.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Demita Roberts, and I've participated in this RaiseUp Families program since August of last year. It has been it's been an interesting journey and truly much needed that has gotten me, I'm nervous, a much needed resource that has gotten me from A to Z in such a short period of time. As you know, you just saw my video, I'm a single parent of Dash, who keeps me on my toes. And I've been through some really tough times in this time of parenthood. The most monumental was last summer. I was unable to pay rent because I was out of work. Sorry. I got this. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So basically, I was out of work for some time. So when I did find a job, it wasn't really enough to make ends meet or make me feel like I could keep my head above water. And on top of that, I was dealing with issues with my son. He was having problems at school with his behavior and just understanding how that whole school system goes. Because of his autism, he just wasn't doing well. With all of that, I felt like I was suffocating and there was no end in sight. Okay. So that time was a very difficult time for me, and I was under so much stress, and which is what I'm reliving now, just those moments that it just felt like everything that So it felt like everything that I'd built was falling apart. So thankfully, I heard about RaiseUp Families through my mom, from her neighbor who knew someone that knew someone. And I looked it up online and learned that they were designed to help families that were facing difficult circumstances like myself and needed support. Sorry, I'm like, I got 5 minutes. Okay. So at first I was skeptical because this program takes a lot of commitment and hard work from the clients and the participants. And I wasn't sure if I could dedicate that time, but I still decided to give it a try. What I found was a program and a team that was dedicated to helping families in practical ways. My case manager, JT, was there every step of the way. To Lisa, Angela, Holly, and Coralie, and all the staff, they provided me with access to resources that I never would have found on my own, including financial counseling, the monthly roundtable program that us participants were involved in, the parenting classes that were so insightful, and even wraparound services like Dress for Success. Because when I started the program, I had just gotten a new job. Like that week it happened, and I was like, okay, well, what do I do? And there were things that I needed. I needed clothes, I needed a wardrobe, and they were able to connect me to get me started, and that was amazing. So more than that, it provided me with a sense of community and support. I quickly learned that there are always people out there that can help you, you just have to be willing to ask. So as you see, I don't know if you guys have seen Dash on the video, but raising him is not always easy, and it's not easy balancing my full-time work, my life, myself, and him. And it leads to severe burnout. And I don't have much help, and there are times when I just feel overwhelmed and alone. I'm still adjusting to the challenges that comes with parenting, but I know through this program that I got it. It's going to be okay. It's been a learning process, but I'm grateful for the little moments with Dash, where I can just be with him and enjoy each other's time and enjoy experiences together. Despite the challenges, I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish, and I can really truly say that I am proud of what I've been able to accomplish. I've worked hard to provide for my son, and I've learned to be resourceful, when it comes to managing our finances. I found support through online communities and friends who understand what I'm going through, and that I'm doing my best. I didn't let my struggles define me. Through RaiseUp Families, I did find hope. This incredible organization has helped me in many ways by providing me with all of the resources of financial assistance when I was struggling to make ends meet, financial counseling to help me manage my finances better, and most importantly, emotional support, which I feel was invaluable. I was feeling suffocated, and I didn't have a support system, and they became that for me. RaiseUp Families has not only been a source of support, but a community where I can connect with other moms, learn their stories and journeys, and go along this path together. We all went on the journeys together with the RaiseUp Family Book Club. The books selected enabled me to find my voice and confidence and prepare me for more management level roles. Our first book, The Unspoken Rules by Gorick Ng, it was a true eye-opener, and it has helped me tremendously in my current role by providing the building blocks for communicating with my team, giving me the confidence to communicate effectively on projects and lead them, and not allow imposter syndrome to hinder me in those times. Being a part of this community has shown me that I'm not alone in my struggles, and that there are people who understand what I'm going through, and people that care. Thanks to RaiseUp Families, I've been able to overcome many challenges, provide a stable home environment for my son. I have learned to budget effectively and make smart financial decisions, and I've also found coping mechanisms to manage my mental health. So this speech that I'm giving now, I probably would not have been able to do in August. I'm telling you now. I would have been behind the door. Being a part of this organization, RaiseUp Families has shown me that there is hope even in the toughest times. It's a place where I can learn, grow, and be supported as I navigate my journey as a single mom. I am so grateful for all the support they have given me, and I know that there are countless other families who have been helped in the same way and will in the future. RaiseUp Families has made a significant impact on my life, and I'm proud to be a part of this incredible community. I encourage everyone to support their work and help other families like mine overcome their adversities. Together, we can make a difference and give hope to those who need it the most when they need it the most. Thank you.
Well, as our time together draws to a close this afternoon, I want to thank every single one of you for being here. I hope that as you reflect on the transformative change that you've witnessed our clients experience, that you realize that it's your generosity that makes this possible. Many of you have already given incredibly generously to be here today through a sponsorship, donations, or tickets. Thank you. Others of you may have come here with a specific donation amount in mind, and it is my hope that the stories you heard today compel you to consider doubling that donation amount. In your program book, there are 2 donation cards that look like these on the screen. The blue cards are for our dream builders. Now, many years ago, some of our guests here today became dream builders with a 3-year pledge commitment of $1,000 or more. Today, I am inviting you to renew that pledge or become a new dream builder with us. Your support over the next 3 years will give a hand up to at least 255 more families just like Demita's, Joy's, and Carmen and Jose's over the next 3 years. For 24 years, RaiseUp Families has helped families increase their income. How many stories did we hear today about people who increased their income? Historically, we help families increase their income by 30 to 40%, which is amazing. But in 2021, as many of you heard me say last year, I realized that that equated to only $28,944 in average household income for our families, and that is not enough. So with the help of Gorick and his book, and Jenna and Book Club, folks, the graduates among you here today, they have an average 161% income increase in just the 9 months that they are with us, equating to a mean household income of $45,712. Right? Pretty big deal. Now, I have a dream. My dream is that 3 years from entering our program, half of our graduating families have reached that happiness index of $70,000 in household income. But we cannot do it without your support. So I'm inviting you to become part of that dream with me with your 3-year Dream Builders Pledge. Our board also just completed our new 3-year strategic plan, and your investment in our future will allow us to continue offering the HandUp program to 85 families every single year. It will help us build out that aftercare program so that those graduating keep going and don't stagnate. And it will ensure our ability to meet our families where they are and give them the launch pad that they need to succeed. It's a lot to pack into 3 years. I totally understand that. But with your support, we cannot fail. Now, if $1,000 a year for 3 years is beyond reach for you, that's about $85 a month, that's fine. You can still put families first in our community. The orange cards that you have in front of you today, the orange card is for our monthly giving program. Ongoing, consistent revenue on which we can rely is what ensures us that we're able to meet families where they are when they walk in the door. So if you're capable of giving $10 a month or $50 a month, that goes a long way towards us being able to lift families up together. So if you're in the market for budgeting, all of our clients like budgeting. I give on a monthly basis. You ask my husband. I give like everything on a monthly basis. So if you're into budgeting like we are at RaiseUp Families, monthly giving is an option. Also on the orange donation card, you can make a one-time donation. If you prefer, you can also donate by texting the word GIVE to 346-220-1924. Today's lunch is 100% underwritten, so every dollar given does go directly back to families in our community. If you were the guest of someone here today, the price of a ticket was $125, and remember, that is eligible for matching by the McQuarrie Group Foundation. Thank you so much, McQuarrie sponsors, and that will provide mental health services to clients like Demita coming into our program. After completing your donation card, please feel free to hand it to any one of our volunteers wearing lovely navy blue aprons, or we also have a donation box, it's a Dr. Seuss donation box, in the back of the room as you exit the restaurant. Thank you for playing a vital role in building a better, brighter future for families across Houston. Now, one last item of business for anyone who entered it. Anyone enter our raffle to win Astros tickets? Yes, maybe. Anyone who entered to win the raffle, we will have the drawing a little bit later this afternoon. There's still time to get your tickets if you'd like to do that. There are instructions on the signs at the exit of the building, and you will be notified by email if you are the lucky winner of 4 Astros tickets in section 127 to see our Houston Astros play. Thank you to Meadows Realty Group for providing that opportunity. Now, let's give one last round of applause to our graduates. Thank you, everyone, for being here today and for all you do to raise up families in Houston. Have a wonderful afternoon.